Vajrayana Buddhism in the modern world. This is good. We need to discuss this one. Maybe I'm blind. But to me, generally Buddhism, especially Mahayana Buddhism, and most especially Vajrayana Buddhism, is almost like a custom made for the modern people. What is modern? I was looking at the definition of modern this morning. Ahead of the times. Okay, forget Vajrayana a little bit. Let's talk about Mahayana. You know, we talk about gender issue these days. Have you ever read a sutra called Vimalakirti Sutra? I don't know, I'm asking people to do some research because, you know, myself, I'm not so good at doing research, academics. I could safely say probably the Vimalakirti Sutra may be the first ever teaching or the sutra, or I don't know, discussions about gender issue. If you can paste, you know, all these things gets, I don't know, overlooked. Now, Vajrayana. I've recently just finished doing a big ceremony, and every day, at the end of the day, our prayer, part of our prayer is, may I never reborn as a man. This is, we are talking about the Vajrayana practice. I'm talking about Vajrayana Buddhism in the modern world. If there is one system that is adaptable to the modern thinking, it has to be Vajrayana. This is how I think. Probably I'm blind. We can discuss this. But you have to realize also, Vajrayana is not the only teaching that is available. There is roughly 83,999 other that you can choose. This is not the only path you have to choose. Now, I'm still going through with this, the title, Vajrayana Buddhism in the Modern World. Yes, even though most of these teachings were taught 2,500 years ago, it is still relevant. And as I said earlier, Vajrayana is probably more relevant than many other teachings. Few reasons. Why? Modern people cherish critical thinking. Isn't that one of the modern, what do you call it, attribute? There is not a single tantric text where critical thinking is condemned. If you can find one, I will miss one match of one football match to, one of these days. If you can find that's a big sacrifice for me, by the way. There's not a single one. Critical thinking is so much emphasized. In fact, Vajrayana is so, sophisticated in its critical thinking. it's even very critical and skeptical towards things that are conventionally agreed and conventionally accepted. This is where we go little bananas. You understand what I'm saying? Because, most of us so-called critical people, critical thinker, we are critical thinker only to the certain level. Anything beyond, you could lose job if you go beyond. Especially in the atmosphere of politically correctness and I don't know, all kinds of things. If you put some attention to the tantric philosophy, the width and the depth that Vajrayana digs and, how should I put it, deconstruct through the critical thinking is just so amazing.